Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about why you don't require a huge investment or a large sum of money to become, quite frankly, filthy rich with cryptocurrency. My name is Sheldon Evans, welcome back. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on bell notifications. So on my display, you can see that I have the CoinGecko website open with the top cryptocurrencies listed by market cap. And you can see we've got Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and so on. And right now, the overall crypto market cap as of recording this video is $560 billion. That might sound like an astronomical sum of money, but it's not actually that much when we compare it to the grand scheme of things and how much money is involved in the financial sector of the world, or in the markets, or in gold and things like that. So this is actually very, very small, even though you might have heard about Bitcoin. It's everywhere right now. It's on the news. And that is because Bitcoin is obviously taking off and reaching close to what we received in the 2017 bull run and close to all-time highs. So if we look at the 2017 or 2018 bull run, we reached a peak market cap of around $850 billion. And right now we're getting a run up to that at around $570, $580 billion. So we haven't even reached the all-time high of what we previously were at. And maybe you're thinking, maybe that was just a peak. We'll never get back to that. That was just a magical time, right? And that's not how it works at all. In fact, the market follows cycles. And whether you're new in this or you've been in this for a while, there's still a lot of time to make a lot of money. You're not too late at all. You're still, in fact, very early to this market. So if we take a look and we go back and look at Bitcoin, right? Right now, Bitcoin's sitting at $18,800. We might break up, we might break down. We had a bit of a breakdown earlier before recording this video. And that sounds like a large amount of money for a single Bitcoin. Like, it's very difficult for one person to own a Bitcoin during this time because of the price of it. But let's take a look back. Let's go back to 2014, 2015. And we'll see that this graph looks quite similar to what we're looking at right now. At the beginning of 2013, we had Bitcoin at $100, $130, and we had an astronomical parabolic move up to $1,000. And that might have been insane. People were thinking Bitcoin is way overbought, it's too expensive, no one will ever buy this is not sustainable, and it broke down. And then we entered a bit of a bear market, a bear run, and it broke back down all the way down to the $200 range. So not that much more than the $100 range. And that was from 2013 to 2015. And that might have been the end of it. That might have been the end of Bitcoin. But if we expand the graph and we get a different perspective and we extend it for another year, you'll see that we had this bit of a bear market, but Bitcoin went on a run again, and we broke up to 200, to 400, to 500, to 600, and back up to $1,000. And again, people were like, maybe this is too overbought. This is insane. Bitcoin's going on a run again. It's just news that's doing this. There's no reason that Bitcoin should be this valuable. But then if we expand the graph again to the 2017, 2018 bull run, and we see that Bitcoin reached an all-time high of basically $20,000 per Bitcoin. The previous moves that we just spoke about that look massive on the graph with these massive parabolic moves get absolutely eclipsed, completely eclipsed by the 2017 bull run. And at this point, obviously, Bitcoin was overbought. People were saying it's way too overvalued. Bitcoin shouldn't be this price. There's no way this magic internet money should be valued this much. So we entered a bear market, and for the past couple of years we've been in that bear market, and we've been breaking down, getting further and further and further, and then obviously we had the corona crash and the corona dump where it broke even further down, right? And for a few years we were in this bear market, down, 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 down. And towards the end of 2019 we started building back up, and we got to a good point and we started breaking back down again. And then obviously the corona dump. And now if we expand the graph to the full view, you can see that we basically hit Bitcoin's all-time high again. And that means that when you ask, should I buy Bitcoin, or should I buy cryptocurrency, or we'll talk about others in a second, or should I invest in Ethereum, or when should I do it? It doesn't matter. It really does not matter. If you had bought Bitcoin at pretty much any time before today, literally any time in history since its inception, you would be in profit. You'd be in some sort of profit, maybe not as much profit as other people, maybe not as much profit as you would have liked, but you would be in profit. Whereas if you had that money, say, locked in a savings account, maybe it was simply sitting in your bank account, or you were putting that money away, you'd be at a loss right now. No matter where you are in the world, your money is worth less right now than it was in 2013. But if you had invested in Bitcoin, your money is worth more than it ever would have been. So this is why I say it doesn't take that much money to become rich in Bitcoin. If you had bought Bitcoin where I showed you early on, where people thought it was way overbought at $1,000 in 2013, you would have 20x'd your money by now. If you bought just before that, when Bitcoin was $100, when Bitcoin was $50, when Bitcoin was $10, like, you could have astronomically grown your investment. Now, that's obviously just talking about Bitcoin. Let's go have a look at some other cryptocurrencies. Ethereum did a very similar move. It went up in the 2017 bull run. So how do you decide what you want to buy? Like, what crypto do you choose? There's so many, there's thousands to choose from. Well, in actual fact, you could buy pretty much anything and make a profit. You could buy pretty much anything and guarantee that you're going to make some money. Obviously, don't buy complete trash, but how do you know what's trash, what's good, what's going to fall to zero? Well, do your research. Join the Telegram groups, join their Discords, speak to the developers, go look at the code on GitHub, go read the white paper. There's a white paper for every cryptocurrency that comes out that is released with the crypto that you can go and research and learn about and understand how it works and what its use case is and what problem it's solving. If you understand what you're investing in, you really can't go wrong. It just takes a little bit of logic for you to make a good investment in the space. And with the bull run coming up, you might think it's too late. We've reached the all-time high of Bitcoin again, but just as I showed you, we reached that all-time high, and then we surpass it, and we go further and further and further until we literally reach the moon. And this happens with every cryptocurrency. If Bitcoin moves, the whole market moves. If Ethereum moves, the whole market moves. Most of the cryptocurrencies on here are built on Ethereum. So if Ethereum increases in value, everything else is going to increase in value. And Ethereum right now is 60% below its all-time high. We haven't even reached the Ethereum all-time high at $1,500. Sure, we've had some good moves in the last couple of months, but right now we are at the point before the next bull run. That point on the graph that I showed you when everything did a parabolic move, absolutely everything did a parabolic move, that's where we are right now. So there isn't a better time to invest. If I show you crypto market caps by comparison with a few different cryptos right here, we've got Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Binance Coin, and Chainlink and Cardano. As you can see, everything moves up. When one moves, they all move. So as long as you're not buying complete and utter trash, you're going to make money. But there will be better investments than others. For example, let's take a look at Binance Coin, something that we never thought would reach a valuation of $28 per coin. If we go to its inception at the beginning, the Binance Coin was cents, 10 cents, 15 cents, 8 cents. And within a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months, it pumped up to $1. That's already a 10x investment. If you put $1,000 in here, you'd have $15,000, $20,000 at $2. And we pumped to $10, to $20. And at this point, it was overbought. This was during the bull run. This was during when everything was pumping. So you would have made money. But if you bought at the peak, you would have lost money, right? But we came back. 2019 came around, and of course, let me fix this. Something's going a bit wrong here. We came back. And we reached that $20 mark. And then we surpassed it. It went to 20, 30, 35. What was our peak? Almost $40 from something that was valued at 10 cents. Right now, from the all-time low, from that inception, we're up 71,000% on Binance Coin. A simple coin that initially was created on Ethereum and then moved over to the Binance chain and was used as a simple reducing trading fees coin used on Binance for you to convert the dust of old crypto that you've used and to save on trading fees. And since then, it's evolved. It's become more things. It's moved over to its own chain. It's become its own crypto, and it's got its own speculative value. And it's valued at $4 billion. A simple transactional exchange coin. That is mind-boggling. But how would you have known? Well, look for something that's solving a problem. Look for something like Chainlink, oracles, new things in the space. DeFi is very big right now. Look at Polkadot. It's here to rival Ethereum. It's got a market cap of $4 billion. Ethereum's got a market cap of $60 billion. If we simply get Polkadot's market cap to that of Ethereum, that's more than a 10x from here. And that's assuming that Ethereum doesn't increase in value. These top 10 coins don't increase in value. Whereas when we reach the bull run, all of these coins, the overall crypto market cap is going to increase to trillions of dollars. Bitcoin could easily reach $1 trillion market cap on its own. We're only at $350 billion. So these are just the top 10 cryptos, the ones that are in your face right now that have a ton of information on them. You can literally go and research any one of these coins right now and be bombarded with information. But if you simply scroll down the list and find smaller cryptos that have much more potential to grow, you can even astronomically increase those gains by factors of 10, factors of 20, factors of 100. If you look at cryptos like the Uniswap token that was released, and they gave an airdrop for free to anyone who had basically transacted on the platform. You got 400 Uni tokens at the very minimum for free. At the time, that was worth $3,500 for free, for simply interacting with a smart contract on the web. You could have made $3,000. Uniswap's market cap reached $1 billion in literally days, from 17th of September to, 19th of September. 2-3 days. That is wild, right? We go back and scroll through the list and look for other cryptos. Find something that interests you. Find something that looks like it's moving interestingly. Maybe look up each individual name, see what its value is, what it's doing, why you'd want to invest in it. What problem does it solve? Sure, we spoke about Chainlink earlier, and I spoke about API 3 in my previous video, where I said that it's rivaling the big brother in the space. These are all grandfathers right now. Ethereum, Bitcoin, Chainlink, they're getting old. Sure, they're still functioning, they're doing what they're meant to do, they're innovating, but they run into downfalls, they run into issues, they run into problems. And once those smart contracts have been deployed, it takes some development and changing for them to implement new ideas and get a consensus vote to change things. And it's easier for a smaller crypto to come along, find those issues, improve upon them, and launch. And simply grasp at least 10% of their market cap, 20% of the market cap of the big brother in the space. And maybe they improve, maybe they become adopted, maybe they get mass adoption and they overtake those big brothers in the space. And you can get 10, 100, 1000x gains on your investment. So look at the top 10 cryptos, look at the top 20, the top 50 cryptos, and then go find what their rivals are, what they're doing, what they're working on. Talk to the developers. Like I've said, join their communities. Before I was a YouTuber, before I was a sort of, as you can say, prominent name in the space, I was speaking to the developers. I'm still a part of tons of crypto communities. I talk to them daily. I'm active in the Discords. I'm active in the Telegrams. I'm asking questions. If I don't understand something, I ask questions. Don't be afraid of asking questions. I get asked on my Patreon often, sorry, I don't know if this is a stupid question, asking this, and somebody will ask something. And no, it's not. It's not at all. You're not expected to know anything. You're not expected to be a genius. You're not expected to be a know-it-all in the space. If you have a question, if there's something you don't understand, ask it. There's so much going on, as I've spoken about in my previous video, so much happening right now that it's almost impossible to keep up with everything. So find something that you're interested in, ask questions, do your research. But as long as you've done your research, you shouldn't be afraid to ask questions. As long as you've done your due diligence and you've put in the time to try and understand it, you run into issues, ask. People will be there to help. There's moderators in the Discords, there's moderators in the Telegrams. There's people out there who know much more than you. There's people out there who know infinitely more than I do. And I'm not afraid to ask questions. The idea here is to not let your ego get in the way of your investments or what you're doing and trying to understand things. Always learn more. Always learn more. So all I'm saying is it's not too late to invest. It's too early, in fact. If you put $1,000 in Bitcoin in 2018, around this exact time, 6th of December, you would have $5,000 now. It's a 5x gain. If you did that in, let's say, 2016, you would have $25,000 now. If you did it at this exact date in 2014, you would have, what is that, $51,000 right now, 51x on your investment of $1,000. It's not too late. Go do your research and go and invest. If you have questions, leave them in the comments down below. Join my Patreon for more information like this, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.